proud to welcome you to the 2023 State of the City Address. Tonight is a special evening to reflect on all that we have achieved as a community in 2022. At the same time, it's an opportunity to look ahead at the future, that future that we're working so hard to make a reality. To our City Council members, thank you for your service. Thank you for your diligence in this endeavor. To our city employees, thank you for the hard work that you give each and every day to help us hold our community together. And most importantly, thank you, the residents, those of you who are here in the audience and those of you who are online, who have the faithfulness to stand with us as we strive to move our city forward. Thank you for taking time to be involved in the business of how the city is governed. Thank you for the ideas that you bring to the table. Thank you for your patience. We thank you for your perseverance as you continue to believe in the mission of rebuilding Pine Bluff. As we look back on 2022, we began with one of our highest priorities, our children, teenagers, and young adults. Our young people have always been close to my heart. And I guess that's one of the reasons I felt so at home in the classroom as a teacher and as a principal. If we want a strong community, our young people must be empowered. They must be prepared to take their place in the world as upstanding, productive citizens. If we want to empower and prepare them accordingly, they must be embraced with strong families, mentors, educators, and enriching programs. That's the key to developing a strong workforce, building safe neighborhoods where young people can be surrounded by good influences. With this in mind, in 2022, we formed a new partnership with the Jefferson County Boys and Girls Club, and the club offered after-school programs at the Pine Bluff Community Center. After remodeling the facility, we knew that it was an opportunity to enhance the programs and activities that were available. This club was an ideal partner to accomplish our goals because we knew of the phenomenal work that the club has done in turning young people into successful and thriving adults. As a result, we're pleased to report that this partnership has been fruitful. Using our center, the club has served an average of 75 young people every day. Programs have been led by UAPB students majoring in agri-tech, STEM, physical education, and there have even been a certified teacher enrolled in the Master of Arts teaching program working at the facility on a daily basis. Many of these university students have also served in mentorship capacities. This structure is exposing our youth to positive role models while also giving our college students a crucial experience. In terms of learning, youth have been taught lessons that are building their character as well as building their minds, such as anti-bullying, emotional intelligence, math, science, and phonics. They have hosted a program for the Vietnam Veterans of America, which educates them on our history and builds an appreciation for our men and women in uniform. They have attended classes with small business owners who have taught them about various skills from braiding hair to sound engineering and vocal recording. A reading specialist has been hired by the club and assessments have been given to identify gaps in students' education. Additionally, our computer rooms are being used for tutoring and mentoring. Thus far, because of this support, many of the students have mastered subject matter such as math at their grade level and online learning activities. We're encouraged by the fact that the club is using the community center to yield these strong, positive results. There is much work to be done, but we're proud of the impact that this partnership is having on our youth. Last year, the city also completed another successful year of the Summer Youth Employment Program. A total of 90 students were hired and assigned to work sites across the community. We all know that the key to attracting businesses in Pine Bluff is going to be talent. Businesses that stay and go where skilled workers are located. Therefore, it's crucial that we not only attract skilled workers, but that we develop and grow our own. The Summer Youth Employment Program is doing just that by introducing our young people to the workforce, allowing them to network, inspiring them to think about employment goals, and helping them to embark upon career paths. Another successful year of the Second Chance program was also completed in partnership with CR, the 6th Division Court, the 6th Division Circuit Court, Torrey and Katrina Hunter. This is a program that serves adolescents who are already in the court system. It offers them a second chance to avoid certain penalties if they participate in classes that are focused on character building and learning. We are proud to announce that several students in the current class are on course to graduate from the program. We can already see the impact that the initiative has made in their lives, as the court reports that behavioral incidents have decreased among participants. Programs like this are crucial to saving our community, and not just saving our community, because we know that we can't save our community if we don't save our children. Everyone makes mistakes. We can't prevent that. That's life. That's reality. But we can make sure that our young people live in a community where they learn and grow from those mistakes. A community where those mistakes won't ruin their lives. The Second Chance program is doing just that. In 2022, not only did we prioritize youth programming, but we also prioritized the safety of our youth and adults alike through new law enforcement initiatives. First and foremost, we are proud to announce the appointment of Denise Richardson, our new Pine Bluff Police Chief. She is the second African-American woman to serve in this position, and as an experienced and highly respected officer, she is immensely qualified for the task at hand in a time such as this. In the last year, the department has re-entered the Tri-County Drug Task Force. New software programs have been installed to modernize the department, helping the officers track information more efficiently. We have begun the accreditation process. This involves adopting operational standards recommended by the International Association of Police Chiefs. All of the policy recommendations have been completed, and we are awaiting final approval for Tier 2 accreditation. This will hold us to a new, higher standard. We instituted lateral pay transfer, helping us to rehire valuable and experienced officers who had left our department for other departments. Due to the large number of expired tags we see on the road, we also instituted the Tag It and Bag It program. Officers have been instructed to increase public awareness about the consequences of expired tags and have placed a greater focus on these vehicles while traveling throughout the city. This has proven to be successful, though there's still much more to do. We also entered into a lease agreement with Enterprise Incorporated. This will allow us to increase our police fleet at an affordable rate, reducing aged vehicles in the fleet. It will also reduce fleet maintenance costs and fuel expenses. This will also enable more officers to drive take-home vehicles. By having these vehicles parked in their neighborhoods, we improve safety by increasing law enforcement visibility. Last year, there was a major law enforcement breakthrough. For multiple years, more than 14 local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have been conducting investigations on drugs, weapons, and drug activity in Pine Bluff and surrounding regions. Our very own Detective Kevin D. Collins provided crucial information to these investigations, and since his passing, the department has continued to assist. In November, as a result of these ongoing efforts, we received a phenomenal report from the U.S. Attorney's Office stating that 80 people had been indicted in Central Arkansas for drugs, weapons, and gang activity. This included criminal perpetrators with ties to Pine Bluff. It was one of the most impactful joint operations of its kind in recent years. Overall, thanks to the hard work of the Pine Bluff Police Department and our law enforcement partners, Pine Bluff experienced a 27% drop in homicides in 2022 compared to the prior year. This included a period of 112 consecutive days without homicides, the longest period since 2016. This is evidence of what we can continue to accomplish if we are focused, if we are diligent, and open to collaborating with one another and other law enforcement agencies. This ongoing effort will include the Group Violence Intervention Initiative, which was previously known as GRIP. The committee that leads this initiative is composed of representatives from the 6th Division Circuit Court, the Pine Bluff and Watson Chapel School Districts, Southeast Arkansas Behavioral Health, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and the Pine Bluff Police Department. With the support of the full committee, the city hired a Group Violence Intervention Director to oversee the daily operations of this program. Leonida Hughes was hired to fill the role, and she officially joined our team in January of this year. As many of you already know, most of the violence that occurs in Pine Bluff, like most other communities, is caused by a small number of people. Thankfully, we are in a position to help many of them. The GVI program is now responsible for serving individuals involved in these situations and those on the verge of finding themselves in the criminal justice system. Our GVI director will be connecting them with jobs. She'll be connecting them with training opportunities, mentors, and other resources that our young people need to stay positively focused in order to thrive. This is important because in order to reduce crime, we must build our people and make this a community where everyone can live up to their fullest potential. Ms. Hughes, will you please stand? Thank you. Thank you for coming on board.
Yes, ma'am.
We look forward to a successful implementation of the GVI program. Let's give her another round of applause. While focusing on our youth, while focusing on law enforcement, we also prioritize our infrastructure. As we all know, flooding and the condition of our streets are two of our greatest challenges. Not only do we as a city hear your concerns on this, but we've seen and experienced this ourselves. A lot of work is needed, and it will require time and a strategic approach. Thankfully, in 2022, we made great strides in this area, starting with a historic investment. Last April, the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service granted $32 million to upgrade the water infrastructure in Pine Bluff. This upgrade won't be an overnight process. This funding will be used to assess our infrastructure system and help develop a scope of work. The city will then be on track to receive additional funding. It's going to require patience from all of us, as well as tedious labor by the city to get this done. It will take several years to come to full fruition. However, once phase 1 and 2 of this endeavor are complete, We're going to have the best drainage system that we've had in this community in decades. Last year, in addition to this, 10 overlay projects were completed to improve streets. These projects covered sections of Hill Avenue, 32nd Street, Harbor Oaks Drive, North Dalloway Road, South Mulberry. The greatest covered 2 major thoroughfares as the Arkansas Department of Transportation completed significant portions of Olive Street, while the city completed sections of Hazel Street. We also continued coordinating the city's plan to implement funds from the American Rescue Plan. 4 major infrastructure projects have been approved to extend sewer lines along Olive Street, 73rd Avenue, and University Drive. The city is also replacing the Kansas Street force main that runs across, that is, under the Arkansas River. The sewer line there was in place or installed over 50 years ago, and it's in dire need of upgrading. Repairing this line will protect the river from potential contamination. Funds have also been allocated to repair streets and to fill potholes. As we focus on these infrastructure systems, we also prioritize our digital infrastructure. In partnership with the city and Jefferson County, Pine Bluff Cable was awarded funding to expand broadband access in our communities and others. The expansion in our community will result in new broadband coverage in East Pine Bluff, covering 117 houses over a course of 10 miles. The Island Harbor project will cover 117 homes across approximately 7.8 miles. We welcome this news in conjunction with the company's previous announcement the year prior, committing to a major citywide upgrade that will make Pine Bluff a 1 gig city once the upgrade is complete. This means that faster internet access will be available to Cable Links customers. In fact, 1 gig is 10 times faster than the Federal Communications Commission defines as high-speed internet. This is more than necessary because in 2023, high-speed internet is a necessity for so many families who depend on it for school, who depend on it for work, and they depend on it for just staying connected. Improvement projects were also closed out at Grider Field, our airport, that expanded to tarmac and increased lighting. Preserving our airport has been important to city because the value that it brings, including special events that draw visitors to this community. Last year, for example, the Black Palace of America reinstated Operation Skyhook. This was a major event that drew supporters to Grider Field from Pine Bluff and beyond, and last year's event was the largest ever. The Razorback chapter of the Experimental Aircraft Association also held a formation flying clinic at Grider Field. We're fortunate to have the airport as an asset that people are utilizing and visiting on a regular basis. We also made progress in our parks and our recreational facilities. At Regional Park, the sports concession stand has been renovated. New seating has been installed. Electrical equipment has been replaced throughout the park, and new lighting has also been installed to improve safety. In Townsend Park, we have been in the process of building a new family pavilion. It will be large enough for residents and visitors to use for events. I know there's one group that loves it, and that's that Backwoods family reunion, or that Backwoods big reunion. They've been looking forward to this. And then other special occasions can be held at this large facility. New fencing was also installed at the Townsend Park baseball field. Throughout several park spaces, new speed bumps have been installed. We understand there was some concern about having to drive too slowly to cross them, but they have achieved results. We have seen a decrease in speeding and drag racing since they were installed. At the Pine Bluff Convention Center, the city hosted another successful year of the King Cotton Holiday Classic. Thanks to the hard work of Pine Bluff High School and the Convention Center staff, Pine Bluff was able to secure the 5A State High School Basketball Tournament, which was held last week and through this weekend. Pine Bluff was selected over other cities that were considered, which shows that we're becoming a destination city. We want to extend a huge congratulations to our very own Pine Bluff High School Zebras. They are headed to the state championship. I want you all to join them. They're headed to that state championship game Thursday night of this week to be played in Hot Springs. So let's go in large numbers to support the Zebras. And as we go down the highway, we'll all say, "Go Zebras!" Oh, do it better than that. Go Zebras! Go Zebras! Yes. Listen, right across the street at our aquatic center, we have taught 120 young people and 60 adults about water safety and swimming basics this year. Our aquatic center staff has secured sponsorships in which local businesses and organizations can advertise in our center for a fee. And the city can report that admissions, memberships, and revenue have steadily improved each month compared to last year, or to the previous year. Additionally, after completing designs last year, construction has begun at the Kevin D. Collins Center, where the old Children's Theater is being remodeled into a new city council chamber. Our old chamber seated 70 people. This new chamber will seat 150 people. Additionally, our grant writing team submitted a grant application with the Historic Preservation Restoration Fund just last week. If awarded, the city will receive funding to complete structural upgrades to the exterior portion of this facility. We also made progress at the old First Ward School building. Once renovated, it will be a transitional facility called the Opportunity House, where people in need of shelter can reside, and it will also be our emergency shelter, while also assessing special services like job training. Designs were finalized last year, and an operator will manage this facility. The operator that will manage this facility is DePaul USA. This organization has experience in operating similar facilities around the country, including a center in Little Rock. DePaul operates on behalf of the city of Little Rock. Last year, we also worked to support and grow local businesses. This can be challenging for any city, and we experienced a few challenges ourselves. We were all very saddened by the closure of Super One. You remember when Super One Foods closed on East Harding Avenue. Since then, the city has communicated with multiple companies to locate a new grocer in that site. And we are happy to announce we are continuing to engage in encouraging discussions. Despite this unfortunate occurrence, there has been much to celebrate. Last year, 209 business licenses were issued for new businesses, change of ownerships, and transient merchants. These are businesses and individuals who have chosen to invest in Pine Bluff and contribute to our economy. One of them is a gentleman that we have with us today. His name is Mr. Grady Russell. After we all, I think it was a big group of us, heard the news that the bowling alley on East Harding would be closing, the city, along with many avid bowlers, sprang into action to find a new operator. It wasn't an easy process, but it was necessary because of what that bowling alley means to entertainment in Pine Bluff. In the end, Mr. Russell and his son, Grady Russell Jr., deliberated, and they decided that bowling in Pine Bluff was worth saving. Since its acquisition, they have made much needed upgrades in the facility to improve the quality of the bowling experience. We are happy to see that this family-owned business is doing well and is a pivotal entertainment center for citizens of all ages. Mr. Russell is here tonight. Will you please stand, Mr. Russell? I ask you to please salute him, and to know, Mr. Russell, that we salute you for believing in Pine Bluff and for being that positive change that we need in order for this community to grow and thrive. We wish you much success. We also want to commend the operators of a new business in downtown Pine Bluff that just relocated there recently, Underwater Seafood. It's operated by Brandon, Morgan, and Cameron Monk. Previously located on Cherry Street, the Monks decided that a relocation would be the best way for them to grow their business. Of all the places they could have gone, they chose to invest in downtown Pine Bluff by renovating the old Long John Silver's building for their new location. It wasn't an easy endeavor, but they persevered. Through the help of our Community Development Department, the city was proud to support the Monks through special grant funding to renovate the building. In December, they opened their doors on Main Street, bringing new life to the heart of our city. Are there any representatives from the Monk family here? Will you all stand, please? We appreciate you and your family for building your dream here in Pine Bluff. We commend you for your entrepreneurial spirit, your tenacity, and your love for Pine Bluff. You are making our city a better place, and we wish you much success. We appreciate all the businesses in Pine Bluff, those who have been here for years, and those who are coming in, both large and small. You are the backbone of this city. This also includes two special guests here tonight, Mr. P.J. Haney and Mr. Bill Bridgeforth. In 2021, Mr. Haney and Mr. Bill Bridgeforth took ownership of the rice mill on Emmett Sanders Road and began operating Arkansas River Rice. They are now the only black-owned rice mill in the United States. And when we recently toured the mill, we also discovered they are operating a state-of-the-art facility that can be considered one of the best in the state of Arkansas. This is one of the reasons why Arkansas River Rice was one of 32 agri-business and farm organizations that joined Deputy Agriculture Secretary Dr. Jewel Bronoff for a trade mission to Africa last year. Arkansas River Rice has brought quality jobs to Pine Bluff, and they are a symbol of the businesses we can attract if we remain focused on rebuilding Pine Bluff. At this time, I ask Mr. Haney, I don't think Mr. Bridgeforth may be with him, but I'm asking Mr. Haney if he would please stand. We are so proud that you've chosen to operate such a historic, exceptional facility right here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Thank you for your confidence in the community, and we wish you much success for many years. In 2022, as we can see, there are great developments in Pine Bluff. We now look forward to even more progress in 2023, especially through our partnership with Go Forward Pine Bluff. Go Forward has been vital in helping the city remove blighted structures, build the Carl A. Reedus Jr. Aquatic Center, renovate the Pine Bluff Community Center, and host special events like the King Cotton Holiday Classic, our annual Christmas Parade, and Forward Fest. These are projects that have cleaned up neighborhoods and giving our community, especially our young people, quality amenities that they've never had before. This partnership has created events and experiences that make people excited to come here, where they can end up shopping in our stores, eating in our restaurants, and staying in our hotels. In 2023, in partnership with Go Forward, we will continue to work towards building a new 6th Avenue district. It will be a place for special events and shopping and supporting local businesses. We will be working with the Advertising and Promotion Commission to complete a new downtown cultural district. This is an area that will draw tourism to Pine Bluff by spotlighting our history and contributions to America's rich blues heritage. We will also work towards the completion of the new family go-kart track on East Harding Avenue. Through a public facilities board, we're on the verge of constructing a new Marriott hotel right here at the convention center. Financing is being finalized. Our application with Marriott has been approved, and the dirt will be turning soon. At the same time, Saracen Casino will soon be constructing a new hotel of its own. However, these hotels won't be competing projects, because as the casino attracts tourists and gamers looking for a casino experience, the Marriott will attract people looking for a family-friendly atmosphere. It will help us attract conferences to the convention center, as well as tourists and special events. Both projects will benefit Pine Bluff. In 2023, in partnership with Go Forward and the city, we will also be working with developers that we have on board already to finalize downtown housing right here in our city. As important as it is for us to bring businesses to the area, it is just as important for us to bring people to help support these enterprises. This year, the city will continue to work through the street department to prioritize roads and bridges in need of upgrades. This includes bringing the next stage of downtown streetscape into fruition. We will work through code enforcement, and we will work with the Urban Renewal Agency to remove blighted structures from our neighborhoods. We will continue preparing the Opportunity House, with renovations expected to begin in the next several months. At the Detective Collins Center, we will strive toward bringing the renovations for the Pine Bluff Police Training Center to fruition. We are currently working with an architectural firm to finalize our designs, and the next phase will begin in the next few months. The city is also continuing to collaborate with developers to bring more housing throughout the entire community, especially in the core of the city. In closing, we should all remember something very important. All of the challenges that we experience on a daily basis didn't happen overnight. They developed over a long period of time, a long stretch of time, over many years. Since we know that it takes longer to build something up than it takes to knock it down, we know that our ideal revitalization is also going to require time. It's going to take several years to build a city that we deserve. It's going to take several years to build a city that we all want. Yet we must not waver. We must not lose our focus. From new recreational facilities, to new investments to fix our drains, to new street overlays, we're seeing progress. We'll see more as we move forward. We're seeing our dreams come true. We're seeing our hard work and our faith rewarded. It's not happening all at once. We ask you to be patient. It's been happening 1 year at a time, and it will continue to happen one project at a time. The state of our city is strong. It's one of steady progress, of positive changes against the odds, the many odds that are stacked against us. As we move through 2023, Let's remain a strong, united front. Let's be courageous enough to keep believing, to keep investing in ourselves. If we do this, then 2023 will be another year of success that takes us one step closer to becoming the Pine Bluff we're working so hard to achieve. Together, we can do this. Together, we will do this. Thank you. And may God bless each and every one of you. May God bless the city of Pine Bluff, Arkansas.